Always puts tears in my eyes. Psych, everybody, I'm the feature tonight again. No, I'm joking. I came up here to introduce David. How many people are here for David? Too many of you leave. No.
Both of me are here.
Both of you, Jillian. Both of you. So thanks for letting us know you have MPD. It's great. Well, we're all here to support you. I have a psych major. I can't clinically do anything, but you know, come talk. It's fine.
You have to be a poet.
David Arthur is a good person.
Really?
Yeah. Venom comes out when I say that, but it's true. I have met him several times on occasions.
What's up, Biatch?
But no, really, he's been with us in Everett for about a year now, and to watch him grow from the first time on stage, even days before he wasn't on stage to now, has been amazing. I got to see him feature for the first time last week at Index Arts Festival, and I was just blown away. Like, it almost brought tears to my eyes, just seeing how much a person can grow and how much they give to people, and knowing him as long as I have, the level to which he cares about this community, each and every one of you, is tremendous. You know, he hosts a workshop every Sunday, and I'm there if he needs it. He is here every week. If he's not here, it's an anomaly, and there's a lot of whiskey generally involved.
And ogres. Oh, sorry.
No, we're not even going to go there. And, you know, his words are dark, so thank you. But they are so raw and they are so real that it brings great emotion out of each and every one of us. And I want you guys to pay attention to that. And this stuff is like only $10 tonight, so buy it. So with that, I introduce David Arthur.
Hey, how did everybody get in my room? Water, water, beer, water.
2-drink minimum.
Okay. Shit. Hi.
Hey.
This is really fucking cool. Yeah, so here I am, a year later, and a lot of stories later, and some shit. So I'm not gonna bore you guys with the details. I'll just explain it later through poetry. Yay! But I was like, what should I start the night off with? Everybody says stereotypically. Ah, that's not what I was reading with first. You should have a set list. And I'm like, yeah, you should have a set list. But I kind of wanted to open up the night off with something that I wrote for, God damn, there's a lot of you people here tonight. Yeah, that's emotionally scarring and great at the same time. So I actually wrote something as the opener for tonight. New shit, like brand new.
Woo! Steaming! Yes!
Dude, it's Chris. He's outside. Everybody give it up for Chris.
Chris!
We like to call him Crazy Legs. He's in my phone as Noodles. When he walks up here, you guys are going to be like, oh my God, you're fucking mean. Huh? Yeah. Talk this way! Long joke. He's got palsy. It doesn't matter.
And he puts up with you!
Daily. So here we go. This is the opener. So, friends, family, ladies and gentlemen of the board, and most of all, least importantly, to whom it may concern, thank you for taking the time to allow me to inform you about my favorite topic. Me. Hello. I'm somewhat of a poet. My nom de plume is David Arthur. Mainly because my grandmother used to yell that at me when I was in trouble all the time growing up. First and foremost, poetry is just another reason to increase my alcohol tolerance and reflect every problem in the abyss of my mind, giving myself the, quote, poet, a justification known as being a, quote, artist. But I'm not an alcoholic. I'm a drunk. Alcoholics have problems, and I have thoughts, normally drunk thoughts. And I love to drink, all the way down the dark alley known as brooding. I do not know if drinking is the problem, or my problem is drinking, or poetry is the problem, or maybe I just need to find a hobby. Am I misleading my thoughts, or do my thoughts require drowning? Hold up. Okay, that was an insightful taste to the whirlwind of thoughts where I find myself walking down to the anchor to feel like the loneliest socialite, where I mix myself in a room of 20-year-old horny hipsters letting out their desperate war cries for attention and $1 train beers. But I continue to sit in the dark corner at the end of the bar and write away my past with a double Jameson neat in front of me. The first glass always goes down smooth in a rush, but the second glass is when these thoughts take over. 1. I'm a survivor of my worst fear, and I do not think that I'm a recovered survivor. Being alone with untrusted resources is a burden that I would not recommend to anybody for personal growth. We as a human species are known as pack animals, and I believe that even the greatest of hermits became that way because of a background of betrayal. 2. Love is a joke. But it is a joke that I believe in, because unconditional love is something selflessly given, with no time to reflect and hide behind a character that we imagined ourselves to be. We'll always perpetuate ourselves evolving to keep the kinship that we know in our lives. We live in a generation that witnesses the pain of divorce more than the harmony of marriage, and we are now either panic-stricken of reenacting this heinous love crime, or we are ironically struck dreaming the idea that someone else can save us from ourselves. 3. Death is my proof to rely on faith. The absence of a loved one makes me understand that there is no other fact besides what is happening right now, and the vulnerability of absence allows me to feel how fragile it really is. Faith is an optimistic reality in which we crave because it all shatters when it all disappears. The largest problem with it is that there is no escaping the sensitivity of death. The greatest benefit is that there is no escaping the sensitivity of death. 4. Addiction is not a disease, it is a feeling. Everybody is addicted to something, someone, some emotion, but sadly it is interpreted with chemicals and viewed as mental shadows, breathing, leading to an unruly tunnel vision shackled in chains. It's just a repetitive action that us humans either grow or sink with. 5. Humor is both angel and devil. The funnier the joke, the deeper the thought, which makes me reference back to number 2, love. 6, last and certainly not least 6, I will never understand this life, and quite frankly, I do not want to. That seems if I was going to sleep knowing that there's no waking up for tomorrow. No bonus, no worries, no excitement, no love, no faith, because confusion to me is the mathematic of tomorrow's goal. And today marks my achievement of tomorrow's goal. It's surreal for me because everything that has happened finally feels like yesterday. This is my disclaimer through through this evening's journey. Buckle up and prepare for the ride. It's been a wild one for me. Thank you all for coming out. Welcome to Happy Hour.
Bravo, David!
Yeah! Bravo, David! Okay, so a lot of cool shit's going on this week.
Cool shit.
And a lot of uncool shit are going on this week.
Cool shit.
First, let's start with the cool shit. Everybody raise your left hand if you're a left-hander. Yeah, it's National Lefty Day. Knuckles in the front. Knuckles in the front. Going back. Sorry, Kristen. You sold short. So the second thing that kind of brought my attention, and once again, I'm going back into the dark, deep, serious shit. Robin Williams' year anniversary was this week. That's a big deal for me. I, too, deal with what he committed to. But either way, yeah, one of the first pieces I ever wrote and read was my Robin Williams piece. It was shortly. It's like another year thing. So yeah, this one's called Robin's Final Yacht. Comedy is acting out of optimism. Your words declaring to be a comedian means being burdened by the cannon fire of misery and irony. Confidently confined words masked by funny bones clearly sweating out sustained tears. While hunting for goodwill, you claimed people call those imperfections, but no, that's the good stuff. And your final action pushes me to reply, it's not your fault, Chief. I quoted you, poetry, beauty, romance, love, these are what we stay alive for, teaching me to seize the day when you seized yours, and you finally joined the Dead Poets Society. So my precious robin, with wings tired from internally forced winds, all strength defeated from flying against the darkest of currents as your body and soul no longer in unison, fell out of the clouds. I heard your yawp, and I was not the only one to understand your barbaric cry. You, the sweaty-toothed madmen mumbling truths like an unforgiving blanket which refused to keep you warm. And on that note, I sympathetically salute Nanu Nanu. Hey Chris, what are you doing out there? Hey, the cool thing is you're not smoking, so you gotta get up here. Yeah, I'm totally calling him out. So the reason is that me and Chris suffer through this one big thing called being Irish. That basically means we can drink copious amounts of alcohol, and I can walk a straight line, but he can't. Now,
You just flipped off all of YouTube, by the way.
I'm proud of you.
Okay.
I'm proud of you. So either way, Chris, I love this guy. Like, he's probably dealt with more shit than I can give anybody. So on a drunken night, you're like, dude, I can write. I'm like, yeah, you can write. Let's talk about writing. What can you write? And he's like, I don't know. Give me something to write about. So, ironically enough, the day before I just got done watching Dead Poets Society, I'm like, I'm gonna yop the fuck out of this guy. So, and this is kind of what came to it. So I actually didn't do it. I just started throwing questions faster and harder till he got pissed off and just started going evil about it. So technically, I didn't write this. Chris did.
Dog's a cool dog.
The dog's a great dog. You know what the funny thing is? You're probably jealous because his name's Zippy.
Yeah, I am.
Now, don't take special advantage of them.
All right. We love Chris. It's all fair and humor. So either way, this is called Chain Link Drag Strip. Darkness surrounds my morning by the soft glow of my phone, alarming me another day is at dawn. Fuck my life. Here we go again. Now the dreaded stretch and pain from an act of simply standing. At 23, my bones crack of a 60-year-old man. My muscles are ready to tap out before the day begins. I yearn to stretch these chains that bind my step, adding another link or heating the links up just another inch. Another hope to make it all straight, but, as always, restraint. My sturdy metallic bond of chain link legs seem as fragile as paper clips. I just want to move faster. My mind tells me that this is hell on wheels, restricted like a tire on a drag strip, melted to concrete, no traction, no momentum, no hope of it ever even breaking loose. And finally, at launching point, my prison shackles allow me to complete to the finish line, never allowing me to see, or never allowing me to lose the podium. My healthy arms up in the air, I've shown that I can defy all odds by achieving what comes so easily to others, all the while harshly qualified by me. I can do anything, you can do better, because I'm a bigger man to do it as equal as you.